May the Most High could have all bless us. First, before I report anything, you see this beep right here? You see this flash? You can't see that flash without another camera aimed at it through a camera lens or a phone camera. That flash, you can't see it with the naked eye. You have to hold up a camera to the phone in order to see this beeping. That's to show you, man, these phones are all rigged. Alright? That continuous flashing you see. That's crazy. And you can't see it with the bare eyes. Like when I look at it, you wouldn't see it. But when you put a phone up to it and look through the camera, you see it. But anyway, you see this guy right here? This is Mr. Orlando Brown, man. The Orlando Brown interview he had. And he talked a lot of things about Hollywood. He used to be a child Disney star, and you know what they say, man. Especially with Disney, man. That's Freemasonry anyway. Every child that go through there, man, they end up being traumatized some way, somehow. But he speaks a lot of truth about what really goes on the dark side of everything that we think is beautiful and we love and we spend money on, man. Alright, I want y'all to pay close attention to him. He goes deep. He actually talks about these celebrities actually really being dead, alright? But they're spirit hopping and going in other people's bodies and taking on their lives, but they're actually spirits of the dead. All right, and he talks about how the elites, the politicians, the actors, the actresses, singers, entertainers, and leaders in society, what they were doing at Epstein's pedophile island. All right, what they were doing is they were taking the souls out of these children, right? And they were soul hopping, jumping into their bodies, the children's bodies, and then having sex with the adults. And the adults would have sex with the children, with the adult spirits within them. Sick witchcraft, all right? So the adults would take the soul out of the child, soul hop into the child's body, and proceed to have sex with the adults in the little child's body. You get what I'm saying? Alright, so let's get a few things what he's talking about. Let's go.
We're talking about everyone that's supposed to be dead. Like there is
in the industry.
In the industry.
Okay.
When you walk around with the fake face and
Yeah.
Okay.
Now he's talking about the celebrities that walk around with the fake face and proceeds to stretch his face out. You think that's a game? Let me show you another reference to this, what he was talking about. Alright? Just to show you that real quick. I'm going to show you something. Then we're going to get back to it. You remember this movie? Society, right? Where the alien creatures, the reptilians, they knew how to shapeshift and they would merge with people's flesh. They would devour people's flesh, and then they can merge into those peoples with their souls in the inside of their bodies. This is exactly like this movie. So you see when he talked about people walking around with the fake face and he stretched the face and all of that, this is what he's referring to. This is what they do. Let's get back to what he was talking about.
So we're gonna open up. It's like this is not. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that since World War I, we've been taught by the Indians and all this other shit how to take skin people and wear their faces to infiltrate the families and this, that, and the other. This is something that has been going on since World War I and before that. So now we've conquered the art of exchanging spirits, trading spirits.
Now we conquered the art of trading spirits.
So it's supposed to be hard to identify. But when it comes down to it, this world of Hollywood, this wicked world is what they call it. Some people call it Hollywood. Weird.
Alright, so they say that the elite has conquered the art of spirit hopping, basically, right? Now I'm going to cross-reference to someone that had nothing to do with him, but someone else telling their truth of exactly how these things happen. Let me get back to this in a minute too.
And all kinds.
Alright, now this lady right here, this is Beyonce's ex-drummer. Her name is Kimberly Thompson, and she's Beyonce's ex-drummer. She spoke of her personal account dealing with Beyonce and her witchcraft. One in particularly when they used to spirit hop, jumping into other people's bodies and things of that nature. Let's get into it. Let's hear what she says.
By Beyonce.
We're talking about other situations where changing into animals and jumping into other bodies and all kinds of really crazy stuff.
Alright, so turning into animals and jumping into other people's bodies and different crazy stuff. This is someone talking about the same stuff but different circumstances with different people. Turning into animals and jumping into other people's bodies. Just as Orlando Brown was saying too, they have mastered the art of spirit hopping into other people's bodies and shape-shifting. Alright? And you remember Beyonce and Jay-Z and them, they idolize these people within these upper echelons. Alright? The people in these societies, the shapeshifters and reptilians. They idolize people like Aleister Crowley. You remember Jay-Z wore the shirt with the principles of Aleister Crowley, do what thou wilt. In the video I showed you, the EXO video in my first video on this channel, it shows Helena Blavatsky, one of the founders of the dark arts in black magic and hand signs and sigils for demons. And they also have a picture of the spirit cook named Marina Abramovich. Alright, she's a spirit cook and a witch. Alright, they have a picture of her in a wall framed. Jay-Z and Beyonce have like an art gallery full of people that they honor and they idolize, and they all are in the occult and founders of witchcraft, the black arts. Alright, and they have this lady named Marina Abramovich in that hall of idolization. And this lady is also Lady Gaga's spiritual advisor and mentor. And in her book, she has a cookbook with her spirit cooking, and the ingredients in her foods could be anything from blood to semen to feces to human flesh to different things, many grotesque things. So why do you do that? Well, as a witch, you remember, bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Remember, they used to boil humans and do different things in their incantations, right? Witches. Witches are daughters of the devil, all right? This is what it is. So, why do these things? Well, you remember that the human body, the body is a temple, all right? A sacred, a holy temple at that. And in the temple dwells the Holy Spirit of yours, or the divine higher self, and the Most High Source, light. The inner body is housed within the flesh, and it is pure. What the spirit cook does is defile that holy inner temple with unholy food, creating an unholy vessel or being with its human's flesh, within the human's flesh, all right? So with the defilement, you creating an unholy vessel, all right? Let me do this. So, self-defilement or self-degrading, the degrading of oneself, destroying moral principles, knowingly will cause the God in you to flee, leaving you with a lower vibrational being, a void within you. Alright? So, let me show you the lady that Jay-Z and them, they idolize, and Jay-Z did a video with her and everything else. She's doing one of her blood rituals, summoning a demon using blood. Let me lower this volume on here. Alright. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get to it. So this is her. She's splashing blood on a statue of a demon that she created, and she's put him in a corner because, you know, foul spirits and things of that nature, they loves to hide in corners and things. So she's defiling the area, splashing it, giving it blood offerings and stuff, writing incantations on the walls, and she calls this art. All right, so she's trying to convince the public that this is art when this is real life witchcraft she's doing in the public's eye. All right. splashing the blood all over it. And she talks on this video too. There's a video where she's actually talking like this. Give it a moment, and this will raise the demon up to become alive. All right, and on the walls in blood is written, "Eat the pain" or "Eat the hate." So it's crazy. All right, so the last message I want to give you all is this one. This is from the upper echelon society, how they actually view us. All right.
You're a different race from us, a different species, a different class. You're not one of us. You have to be born in this society. Alien scum. No, we're not from outer space or anything like that. We have been here as long as you have.
We have been here as long as you have. The reptilians knew, the shapeshifters, that's what they are. A part of the upper echelon, the higher class. They are telling us that they have been here just as long as us. That's to show you human beings have been here for a very long time. It's just that they enslaved us. And with it comes the belief that we only been here for about 500,000 years or so, and all these fake numbers. Let's hear this man one more time, what he has to say to us. He's looking at us.
You're a different race from us, a different species, a different class. You're not one of us. You have to be born in this society. Alien scum. No, we're not from outer space or anything like that. We have been here